Yeah, man, we back in the building again, man. We are back in the building. This is a lot of fun. On that Always Barbershop, we getting it in once again, man. This is week what? Week 10?
Week 10.
Week 10.
No doubt.
Yeah. So who'd you like last week? Who
you know,
didn't like?
I tell you what.
Well, you first.
You know what game I liked?
What's that?
You know what game I liked? That Thursday night game was a good game.
Yes.
Saints and the Panthers,
Yes.
good game.
Yes.
And let me add, you guys with Cam, you saw what happened, right?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Right.
We did.
Yeah. What I tell you, but it was on the road. He won, so I ride with him now.
Right.
He did it.
But now this is what you got to look at too, though.
Man.
We're getting into the meat of the season.
Yeah.
Now it's time to pick your MVPs and all your stuff.
That's true.
2 games. San Fran losing to St. Louis.
Did you say San Fran losing St. Louis? Wait a minute, we're gonna talk about that when we get to. We're gonna talk about that when we get to. Let's talk about what games.
And
What's the highlight of your weekend? Let's go there.
The highlight?
The highlight of your weekend. Which game stood out to you the most this weekend? What was the game? Because Daryl said the Saints and the Panthers. So
As far as highlight, it would be
the game.
Not upset.
Okay. No, we're just talking about the game. The game that stood out to you the most.
Then Pittsburgh thrashing the Colts.
That was a good late game. Yeah, it was.
Because
Roethlisberger
the
switch.
team, dude.
Hey man, but remember you said Pittsburgh wasn't doing that.
Yeah, they won't do that. They
still only got 2 people though.
Okay.
They got 2 people.
2 people, okay. But
So,
they still making it happen.
Yeah, they still making it happen.
That's right.
You're
So it
right.
doesn't matter.
So what about you?
Skins and the Vikings, man. Very interesting game all the way down to the wire.
This boy came back, man.
He came back. I mean, I'm glad he came back. You know, he looked good.
Did he look good?
Archie looked pretty good.
Okay.
Archie looked pretty good. Teddy, I mean, you know, I'm still a Teddy Bridgewater fan. Teddy is looking very nice.
Okay.
Archie don't look like himself though,
Hey
man.
man.
He's timid.
Hey man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't look like myself either. You know, I think he's still trying to find his way through. You know what I'm saying? I think he's still trying to figure out where his place is because, you know, you take an athlete and you cut him down from being an athlete. You know, they got to figure the rest out from there.
Yeah.
Well, did he look like he had the speed back to it?
Mobility, he looked like he was still trying to trust that ankle.
Okay.
He looked like he was still trying to build up the trust in that ankle. I mean, he already trying to rebuild the trust in his knee.
I agree.
But he's still trying to build up the trust in his
It takes
ankle.
some weeks. It takes some weeks to get back.
But throwing wise, he looked good. Sitting back there in the pocket, he looked pretty comfortable.
Okay.
You know, I think he's still trying to figure out what Gruden needs him to do instead of what he just wants to do.
So are we going to touch on Dallas losing, or are we going to leave that alone?
No, we can touch on that. We can touch on that because, like, you know, we can touch on that.
Well, again, I ran into even less Dallas Cowboy fans.
Of course, because but what do we say? The bottom is starting to fall out.
Everybody started to come together now.
The bottom's starting to fall out. I mean, we said that, between week 10 and week 12, between week 9 and week 12, that
Absolutely.
they were actually, they were
One more
Yeah.
going out with the back injury and having a team.
Well, no, Romo's playing.
Well, he's playing this week.
Yeah, because guess who said he's playing?
Well, Jerry.
There you go.
Wait.
There you go.
If you notice when he went out of the game 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
Jerry was in the locker room. Jerry came out and told, reports say that Jerry came out and told, what's the coach's name?
Yeah, he told
Gary. He said, look,
Yeah.
Tony's available.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you come out, and then he went back up to, excuse me. Then he went back up to the box. Like, yo, I said my people.
See, that's the Cowboys. That's why the Cowboys won't go as far as they need to go because of him. And anytime you got a hands-on owner like that, you're not gonna do nothing. I give you a case in point. You look at the Redskins owner, that guy.
Yeah.
He's exactly. He's not gonna win like that. It's not gonna happen.
I agree.
Oh, can we get an Eagles some props? Because we ain't gave him no props all season long. I mean, really, you know, you just really gotta give just due with just do. But I mean, for the team that we haven't talked about, I mean, these dudes are killing the NFC.
I would like to see.
All their
I would like to see what happens now with Mark Sanchez. Nothing against Mark, because Mark looked great.
Right.
And I told some of the guys at work
Mark is garbage.
that Mark looked better now. This is not the New York Jets, Mark Sanchez. check. Not saying he's going to be a beast or anything, but he will be serviceable.
Mark Sanchez is garbage.
Mark Sanchez is a backup quarterback. That's the role he needs to continue.
He got
to play.
6 weeks, baby. He'll be a starter for the next 6 weeks.
He still sucks.
Okay.
He still sucks.
This is not butt fumble, Mark.
Okay. All right.
Guess
Would you
what?
take him if you start a team?
Your reputation still precedes itself.
Exactly. Would you take him if you start a
Your
team?
reputation
Of
precedes
course
itself.
not. There's too many other quality.
No. That ain't what I asked you. The way you build it, would you take him if you start a team?
I haven't backed it up.
No.
Which is exactly what he's doing now.
If you were building a team, would he be your starting guy?
Exactly.
No.
He's going to be your guy.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Excuse me, but who would the starter without?
Yeah, I mean,
He's gonna be a serviceable backup.
Oh, got a quick question though. Okay, we got Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez is he the backup quarterback for the Eagles?
Yeah.
All right. Did Michael Vick get hurt?
No, he just sucks. He's garbage.
It might be time for him to wind up his last season.
No, right.
Hey, Mike, look, we love you, bro. Number 7 is over. Atlanta Falcons, number 7 is over. Look,
Come on,
man.
ride him out, baby. Ride him
Mike,
out. Come on.
Look here, bro. Go ahead,
Right.
ride yourself on into the sunset.
Yeah.
Call your career over. That's me. Call it over.
Exactly.
And one last thing. Besides, Mike starting again this week,
Okay.
which is a whole nother issue. But
Might need to kid on the house.
Yeah, he needs to. He really needs to. He need to cut it.
that's what make that point.
Okay.
He's starting again.
That's good. He started this week, but guess
That's
what? Without an offensive line, he still looks like hot garbage
Okay.
on a 95
What
degree
offense?
game.
All right. Let's
Hey man, let's talk
Okay.
about
All right.
Okay.
let's talk about one more game.
Okay.
Did anybody expect Brady outside of Darryl to go in there and do what he did to Peyton Manning?
Okay.
I had to touch on it.
I told you.
I had to touch on it.
Tom, you cannot. I've seen that song.
Let me say two
I had to touch on that one. I'm sorry, I had to.
I gotta give it to you, bro.
I had to. I had to touch on
I
that.
appreciate that.
And I was totally in error. Devil will not go 15-1. I'm gonna eat that one. And it didn't take long for me to eat that one.
Right.
But no, I didn't expect for Brady and them to do what they did.
But now I'm glad we hit on that. I'm ready to move on, but I gotta throw this one up in your face. I have to. I got to.
I know where you're going.
Well, right there.
Cincinnati. Yeah, you go to Cleveland. Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cleveland. He going right to Cleveland.
3 more games. Man.
3 more games.
They playing tonight.
They on their way. They on their way to 500.
They playing tonight.
They on their way to 500.
They gonna win
I
tonight.
don't know if they're gonna win tonight, but they on their way to 500.
But I don't give it 3 games. That's how I live.
3 out of 8. Believe me, hey. It ain't. Believe me. They could lose the next 6 out of 8. So again, don't count them yet. Especially if they let Johnny start.
If Johnny start, we pick about 3 games. That's the way I feel about it.
Johnny start. Y'all ain't winning no more.
All right. Let's move on. I had to touch on that though.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's talk about what we picking up this week. Let's talk about where we going. Who we looking at, who looks good, who doesn't.
I got them better this week.
The Browns and the Bengals up first. They playing tonight. And you know what I'm gonna do? Say, it's so injury. I'm going with the Browns to beat the Bengals tonight up in Ohio.
6-3.
6-3.
6-3.
I'm looking for the people tonight.
How you feel about
I'm looking for the people tonight.
That's not happening.
Cleveland's at home tonight now.
Okay.
Alright, you know what?
Cleveland's at home. And Bernard not even playing. And they still gonna win.
Alright, so alright, hold on. Alright, so you got Cleveland?
That's right, I got Cleveland.
You got the Bengals. You know what? Hoyer been looking pretty good. He handling his business. I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Okay.
I like the way Hoyer been playing the game.
Cleveland's record is better than Cincinnati's.
That's
You
true.
had that.
That's true too.
Cleveland's record is better than Cincinnati's.
Who we got next on the list?
Alright, Chiefs and the Bills.
I'm going with the Chiefs on that.
I'll take the Bills, dude.
You take the Bills?
Bills are playing. The Bills are hot right now. Orton got them playing
The
good.
Chiefs are looking good as well.
Yo, Orton 3-1 his last 4 starts. He 3-1, and the defense is very good right now. And Sammy Watkins is
beasting right now.
Oh my God.
Rookie of the year candidate?
Oh my God. Oh, absolutely.
Rookie of the year candidate? Okay.
Yeah.
Against a bad KC secondary.
I'm gonna go with the Bills too.
You gonna go to the Bills on that?
I'm gonna go with the
I'm
Bills.
staying with KC on that.
Okay.
But I, you know what? But Alex Smith is very steady.
Yeah, he is.
He's very
He's steady
steady.
hand. Jamal Charles is still that dude.
Yeah. And that tight end.
And tight end he's doing
Kelsey?
the thing too. Yeah.
I love Kelsey.
Bo is still playing. Bo is still playing solid. He's not that good, but he's still solid.
Two.
Your next one, the Titans and the Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm going
I'm going with the Ravens on that
I'm
one.
going with the Ravens, no doubt.
Jaguars and Cowboys.
I'm going with the Jaguars because the bottom started to fall out. Weed's going to be that dude. Weed's going to be that dude. I'm going with the Jaguars.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys. You know that game's in.
Romo
The game's in England.
Romo.
Okay, so it's on the neutral. It's on the neutral.
Yeah, it's out there in London.
I'm
So
staying
I'm going with the
with
Cowboys.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
Romo playing this.
The Lions and the Dolphins.
Woo, hey man, we've been heavily underestimating the Dolphins, man.
Yeah, we have.
The Dolphins have really been playing some ball.
I like the Dolphins, but
I do too. I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins in this game too.
I'm gonna go with Calvin. I'm going with Megatron. I'm going with
Okay.
Megatron Lions.
you know what?
I know you're gonna say the Dolphins, but you can ride with them all year.
I like them, but Detroit is very good against the run, and a lot of Tannehill. He does a lot of play action,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go Detroit reluctantly. Even though Miami's defense is just, you know what? I'm taking Miami.
Okay.
I got Miami. All right, so you know the Detroit guy in the
I
house.
know the Detroit guy in the house.
San Fran and the Saints. Both of them 4-4.
Same. They at home.
I'm gonna say the Saints too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say the Saints too. I think the Saints got over all that jitter and that mess now. I think the second half of the season, the Saints gonna come alive. I really believe it.
I'm gonna go with the Niners.
And you know what?
Okay.
They're both 4-4, but they're different 4-4. San Fran is sinking.
Okay.
New Orleans is coming up.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Your next one, Pittsburgh and the Jets.
Oh, ain't no point. Ain't no point.
Yeah, and we just
Pittsburgh.
We already Pittsburgh got this one.
Falcons and the Buccaneers. Y'all know who I'm going with.
I'm
So
going with the Buccaneers.
I'm
I'm going with the Buccaneers.
going with the Falcons.
I'm going with the Buccaneers. He riding with Dirty Birds reluctantly. You know that, right? He's reluctant to go to the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna do Atlanta because I still think that
You still think they're going to win the
they're
division?
winning the division.
You know what? You got to stop.
Okay,
I'm going with the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I was saying he going with them. All right, your next one, Broncos and the Raiders.
Broncos.
But the Raiders do play them tough.
All right, the Giants and the Seahawks. And I ain't understand what you said, but it ain't gonna be a close game.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, man. Even though the Giants seem to do that sneak move around mid-season, but I'm going with the Seahawks. Man.
Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks. So they at home.
How you feel about that one?
Seahawks at home.
Seahawks.
Yeah,
at home?
Seahawks at home.
All right.
All right, Rams and the Cardinals.
I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I am
I'm
too.
going with the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals. That's too much firepower.
All right, your Packers and your Bears.
What you got on that? What you got
No,
on
I'm
that?
sorry.
What you got on that? What you got on that?
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Okay. You sound reluctantly saying
Yeah,
that.
you sound reluctant with that, but
we gotta
okay.
take into account. St. Louis defense is not that bad. Only reason why I pick them Cardinals.
Mhm.
I don't. Right now, I don't know if I can ride with Austin Davis.
Okay. All right.
The Bears and the Packers.
Packers.
Aaron Rodgers is back. Yeah, I'm going with the Packers on now.
Yeah, they're at Lambeau too, so I'm gonna go with the Packers on that one. And your Monday night game, your Panthers and the Eagles. Now, y'all was just talking about the Eagles.
I'm gonna have to roll with. I'm not a fan of Sanchez, not by a long shot. I'm really not. As much as I would want to go with Philly on this one, I just don't trust Sanchez. I don't trust him enough to really give him the nod to carry that team over Carolina, man. I'm gonna go with Carolina on that.
I'm gonna go with Carolina too on that one.
Okay.
I believe Cam can go up there and win.
I think so.
I think so. I believe Cam can go up there and win.
How you feel about it?
Is Johnny football playing tonight?
Yo, come on. Who you pick?
I'm gonna take Philly on that.
You gonna take Philly on that?
Because I think that Carolina's defense is. I think they're tired.
Okay.
And No, Johnny Football still got on that hat. I don't even think they issued him a helmet yet.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yo, big issue. Elections just came down, and I don't think we're too happy about the results that came in. The last week we encouraged everybody to vote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We told everybody, go out there and do their thing. Sonny Perdue is not the guy for you.
Yeah.
Perdue wasn't the guy for you. David Perdue,
Not the
guy for you.
I'll say that it was disappointing that David Perdue won. Nothing against him.
Right.
But the fact that, the Republicans now run House and Senate.
Right.
That makes the president's job a little harder for the last 2 years.
Of course.
Yeah.
So some of the things that he wanted to do, now he might not be able to do.
Right.
And it's still going to try to repeal the Affordable Health Care Act, or Obamacare, as everybody say.
Right. No doubt.
But, I guess my thing is, it's a law. So even if I don't know if they can repeal it. They can
make some adjustments to it. Yeah. They can't repeal that whole thing. Yeah. They can make some adjustments to it. They can't pull it and say we're not going with this anymore.
Right. They can make
amendments to it. That's it.
My thing is, why is it so bad for everybody to have health insurance?
That's my thing. I don't see what's wrong with it.
It's not bad for everybody to have health insurance. What's bad about it is that you're cutting into people's money. You see, with some of this stuff, it's cutting into a lot of people's money. With some of the stuff that they have written in there, it's cutting into people's money. And you know how it is. We talk about politics now. Well, yeah. We talk about senators, governors, representatives. We talk about those. It's about the dollar at the end of the day.
Right.
Granted, race plays a small part with it, but we do have to talk about the reality of it, though.
One thing, the next morning after David Perdue won, I'm gonna tell you how right Michelle Nunn campaign, the ads were. Wednesday morning, he says he's going to write a bill to make a tax, a repatriotic tax, to give companies a tax write-off to give them an inducement to move back to America from overseas. So, and they always said that Michelle Nunn was lying, her ads, but you send, because I believe they're true, doing some research, they weren't true.
Right.
But you send companies overseas,
right?
Then you say, hey, I'm going to give you tax breaks so you come back.
Right.
So now they're going to make more money.
Right.
Now, my thing is not that companies left the country, because I believe that companies should stay in America.
Right.
But they always saying no jobs. But if companies would hire, there would be jobs.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? If a company is hoarding their money, you know what I'm saying? If they're hoarding their money, how is that good for the economy?
Yeah.
But see, my man Sean at work said, back in the day, Henry Ford and all of them back in the day, they would give back to the country.
Right.
Build roads, build buildings, a way for the infrastructure so that the country could succeed.
Right.
But you don't have that anymore.
But see, here's my thing. A lot of these companies, these CEOs and all this other COOs and all that stuff right there, they're greedy. And what they do is that when they sit up in these board meetings and all this kind of stuff, decide what they're going to pay their employees and all this kind of stuff. So, of course, okay, if I'm a COO or CEO or something, it's cheaper for me to take my company overseas. So I got to pay them folks $6 an hour versus paying these folks out here a decent salary.
Absolutely.
But now that's why I'm in favor of the minimum wage needs to be raised to $10. And this is 2014. There is no way somebody out here that's got a family should be making $7 an hour.
I agree. I fully
But
agree.
you heard what Governor Deal said.
What is that?
As soon as he finished getting reelected.
What is that?
Now, I'm not doing anything with the minimum wage. I'm not doing anything with it. Don't ask me. I'm not doing it. Stop asking. Because I'm not doing anything.
It doesn't direct him and his family. That's why he would say something like that. It doesn't directly affect him.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
You know, because he probably got them little beaters, or that whatever that junkyard or salvage yard he owned. He probably paid the folks.
But I can bet you, a lot of people voted for him are making $7.
Oh yeah, and you know, but see that would get to something else. But you know how this country thinks, and you got to remember where we at. This is still in the South, and things around here they progress, but it's a slow progression here.
Yeah.
It is.
But I don't think it's any progression, because when you look at other states like Oregon, they increased their minimum wage. Connecticut, District of Columbia.
But you're still talking. You're talking about places that are up for trying to get people to progress and build their own economy.
So you're saying below the Mason-Dixon line there is no?
I'm not gonna say everywhere below the Mason-Dixon line, but I'm gonna say in a lot of places below the Mason-Dixon line, people are still stuck in one mode of thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
because like it's just like we say all the time. If you in this country and all you see is prosperity in this country and all you see is the good things going on in this country, it ain't gonna take till you go someplace else to start to see and understand how privileged you are. You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right.
So unless you sit up here and you go to a place like Oregon and you see the progress they're making, or even I'll even go somewhere even close to the Mason-Dixon line. Go to Charlotte, North Carolina. As compared to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte's made so much progress in the past 10 years that Atlanta just now starting to catch up, and Atlanta got more people.
Yeah. More tax
Yeah, exactly. You got to look at it. But then you look at the latter part of the southern states, you look at Mississippi and Alabama. They're not doing, and there is no economic growth in those. A little. Not enough to be like, oh God, I want to move there.
Exactly.
It's just not happening.
Exactly.
It's just not happening. You know why? Because of what happened Tuesday. Good old boy politics. Yep. And the way it's designed, it's going to be like that.
Yep.
It's just that. And that's because, and here's what a lot of people, let me say this right quick. This is what a lot of people don't understand about Atlanta, Georgia, about being here, all right, for minorities that are here. Inside the 7 metropolitan counties is good for a person of color, for us. Once you get outside the 7 metropolitan counties, it's just like Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Kentucky. It's just like that. Once you get outside the 7 metropolitan counties.
That's true.
You know,
it's funny because when I go to New Jersey, living in Atlanta, everybody be like, yo man, Atlanta good. Atlanta, I'm like, dude, there's no help in Atlanta, bro. You have to sink or swim.
Right.
There's no middle ground.
That's true.
Either you good or you bad.
Right.
There's no fair. And if you're fair, then that means that you are regular.
Right.
That's true.
You know, and I see that. I see that every week almost. For every 2 or 3 people that move here a week, there's 4 or 5 of them moving back out of here that can't make it or cannot make it here.
That's true.
They leave.
True.
But again, the problem is, like you said, when you have politics, even going from, because a lot of people don't really understand that the governor, the mayor, city council, they play such a huge part in your day-to-day life.
Right.
I don't get a raise unless the governor says I can get a raise. No matter if I do my job well or poorly.
Right.
If the governor says, hey, I'm going to give the University of Georgia university system some raises.
Right.
Then I get a raise.
Right.
I can perform to the best of my ability. And if he say it ain't no money, ain't no money.
You ain't getting no money then. It is what it is. That's
Same thing with you.
Right.
You know, if I don't get no raise, I can't get my car fixed. So now you can't, you like that.
Exactly. So, and the thing is we all dependent upon each other. But in politics, they depend on each other all right. But it's going, exactly. The folks up here, because it's like this, and I looked at the two. Michelle Nunn, Purdue, all those people, even though Michelle Nunn's a Democrat, Purdue is a Republican and all that kind of stuff, they don't have the same day-to-day issues that we have.
No, they don't.
They don't have the same day-to-day issues that we have. You know, no, we ain't on the same, we not on the same page as the people. Yeah, it sounds good for her to get out there and talk about what she can do and all this kind of stuff. But her family is not going through the same stuff that your family and my family are going through.
True.
Plus you got one last thing. Plus you got to realize no matter if they're Republican or Democrat, they're all on the same team.
Yeah.
True that. True that.
So no matter if you're red or blue, you say, yo, I don't like him, I don't like her, they all on the same team.
Right.
Now, they only benefit when we say, I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican, we can't talk.
Right.
Why can't we talk? Why
Right.
can't we debate? If we debate, then maybe we can start seeing them for the liars and the cheaters that they really are. I'm good.
Well, look, that's our show for today. Like I say, leave your comments. Hit us up anytime. But Jonathan, Daryl,
Yeah, man.
Aaron, love y'all, man.
Peace.
All right.
Hey, ain't got one thing to say. Next week is the true test for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. We got to go into Birmingham and beat